We've been talking about this all this time, right? Tariffs, inflation, economic disaster for us. But look what happened just 90-day halt, US, China. They came to a realization. This is what we've been telling you all this time. US and China, of course, at the same time, they're not going to be able to keep up with these tariffs. So the United States reduced Chinese tariffs from 145% all the way to 30%. On the other hand, China reduced 125% tariffs on US goods and services to down only 10%. You know what Oxford Economics said? It decreased the possibility of a recession from 50% to 35%, which is a big deal. Can you guys imagine if we went through another recession? Do you guys remember 2008? Well, imagine maybe twice as bad. If this continued on, 145% is a big, big deal. Now it's only 30% at least, right? Still, it's a big deal, but at least it's better than 145%. You know what else is very important? That the average cost was going to go up to $4,000 if these tariffs continued on. Now it's going down to only $2,800. That's still a lot of money. That's a lot of money for every single family household out there. So what does this mean for you? Why is this important to every single person living in the U.S.? You know why? When you go to Home Depot or when you go to Best Buy, all those goods that you were going to buy were going to be 125% more expensive. Now it's going to be only 10%. Or vice versa for China, whatever goods and services that were going to be distributed and exported to China, for the Chinese people, the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP, it's going to be, instead of 145%, it's going to be only 30%. That is the difference. That's how it's going to affect you. It's going to affect you directly in your pocket. Every single month, that extra dollar that you're going to spend on any type of a good, it's going to be drastically decreased. That's how it's important. That's why you should pay attention to this. So what does the future look like? The future looks balanced. That's what we're hoping to do. That's what this administration is trying to do. They're trying to balance trade, which is very important. Like we've been talking about this in the very beginning as well. Trade is a bargaining chip. That's the purpose of doing this. In my opinion, Trump knew ahead. Trump knew from the very beginning that he was going to go very hard, and then this day was going to come. This day was going to come, and he knew at the end he's still winning, right? Because instead of having 10%, he's having 30%. Chinese tariffs are only 10%, while U.S. tariffs are still at 30%, 20%, much higher than the Chinese tariffs, right? That's the goal of this. The goal of this is to be balanced, to have a trade surplus rather than to have a trade deficit. And I hope we don't go crazy after this, because we've been seeing the markets going up. Markets are doing great. Everybody's happy. You have more money in your house. Thank God for that. For the first time in a few months, 12,000 shipping containers are coming to your ports. You're going to be able to buy those items for much cheaper. Instead of 145%, 125%, it's going to be at 10%. So go home, buy your items, start building, doing your construction, build that ADU you always wanted to build. Go to Best Buy, buy that camera to start your YouTube video, because it's going to be a little bit cheaper than what it was a few months ago. Overall, just continue life, people. It's okay. Shit happens. We're going to get through it.